NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Haskins on first down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Haskins out of the gun. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
At the 47-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Now Haskins to throw it. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Here we go. 54.
On 2nd down and 4. Haskins. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Kelvin Harmon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Washington 7, Broncos 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Taken down by.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Right back to him on first down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
2nd down, Haskins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there is they were able to connect. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. On the ground with a tight end. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. Going to give it to Love. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
On 2nd down, Love. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes this Washington 14. Broncos nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And that's complete. Alvaro Cuebuna. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Ball carrier.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Got a man, it's Judy complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 2nd down now, it's Love. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Haskins avoids him at the 40. He'll look underneath here for Love. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
To Bryce Love.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's Washington that scoops it up. There he goes, left side. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Albert Okuebuna, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes this Washington 14. Broncos 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd down, it's Love. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
The tackle made at the 36.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit, because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. On 1st down, here's Love. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Bryce Love.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Taken down at the 41. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
We got 4. We got 4.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 41, Haskins. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Haskins. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe, because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At the 28-yard line.
They'll run again with Love on 1st down.
Love again.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally, being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Kelvin Harmon with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Block working out of the gun. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebunam was the target there. And it's 2nd down.
There on the coverage.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
For Portland Sutton, incomplete. It's 3rd down.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Locke. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2 yards. And it's
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. operating from the gun. Lock. Oh, he'll air this one deep. He's got a man. Complete. 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Albert O with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, first and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
29-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first and 10, it's Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
At the 44-yard line.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
It's second and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. From the gun. Block. And open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there. First down.
Broncos.
On first down, Locke. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And it's Washington that scoops it up. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
1st and goal, Denver.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there, with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Trying the toss play to Love. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Open man is Sims. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Love. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Taken down.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
The 16-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
Washington on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
A loss of 5.
Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit hot.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards.
First down, Denver.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Lock. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And the Broncos first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Lock. That is caught at the 7. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 8.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 5-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Lock again. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Complete to
KJ Hamler.
Touchdown.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Broncos 27, Washington 24.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact. That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Short gain last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Throwing now is Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Love. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. He's back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Called out a very strong gain of 24. 30-yard line. On first down, Love. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here we go with Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Back to throw. Lock. Oh, and you can forget overtime. This is going to be a safety in the final minute of the game. Oh, my. And I don't know that I've ever seen a tie game decided in the final seconds because of a safety.
It's just an absolute disaster, Brandon. You're thinking you're going to at least get yourself to overtime.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This from 52, and this for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Today's final score, Broncos 30.
Going into the spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Broncos, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Washington, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.